16 to 24, African American, especially males, murder is their #1 cause of death.
In an effort to promote a more peaceful and caring region, St. Louis Story Stitchers formed in 2013 with a mission to reduce gun violence through performing arts and storytelling.
So what we do is we collect stories from St. Louisans about St. Louis. We reframe and retell them through art to promote understanding, civic pride, intergenerational relationships, and literacy.
From humble beginnings as a stitcher, Susan Coangelo wanted to turn her passion into action.
I'm the stitcher. I was stitching about gun violence prevention, and I wanted to work with other artists to make something happen.
K.P. Dennis reaches kids through music.
I want to constantly be a beacon of light and hope for young people to see that a hip-hop artist doesn't have to be negative, that you can make really slamming tracks without having to follow the crowd. My people want to live. Don't tell me how it is if your life ain't positive. Sometimes we gotta give back just to go for. Too many homicides, people lives cut short. Don't shoot. Gotta be your brother, don't shoot.
Bobby Norfolk reaches kids through storytelling.
Wise old man, what can we do? The wise old man stood up. He bowed at the king, put on his granny glasses, stroked his beard. Yes, your majesty, there are 4 things we can consider. First, we can fight. Chief Lord said, say what? Fight. Now, wait a minute, sir. My men, they can kick and scream and yell and work their nunchucks. But they haven't been into a real fight. What?
We all relate to story, and the children relate to story in the same way. Neuroscientists have found out there is a condition in the brain that it is hardwired for storytelling. Everything we see, hear, taste, touch, and smell comes through a story. And so the more we hear stories and the more that the lessons are embedded in story, it changes people's lives.
The artists are primarily African American, and that's the community that we're focused on because that's the community that's hardest hit by the gun violence. And all of the artists that are active, including the youth, have ways to interpret their own lives through their art.
So all you young boys from the hood, repping your hoods, would you be offended if I handed you a KKK hood? Because every time you kill one of your brothers, you forgetting y'all the same blood. An action of an op, see killing us because of our hoods. Slow it down.
Those stories get merged into songs or videos or poems or maybe translated by a dancer and become part of the performance repertoire of the collective.
I said wage revolution is the right time. Get hype, give light like the sunshine.
Story Stitchers believes that through encouragement and mentorship, change can happen.
I want to encourage the young people to put the guns down, take an active position in their community, to have some kind of civic duty, be a stand-up citizen, and we try to give them a platform to communicate because oftentimes when gun violence happens, it's because of lack of communication and a misunderstanding between 2 parties. So here at the St. Louis Story Stitchers, we teach that perception isn't always reality. We want to give these kids a fair chance starting out because, you know, oftentimes they can be stereotyped and you would think just because someone has dreadlocks or they're sagging that therefore the criminal element, but actually those kids are just as scared for their lives as any other kids.
When we have the opportunity to put young African American males onto the stage, when we can help them to voice their concerns, tell us what it's really like in their world, where does money need to be put, you know, those are public policies and they have an opportunity to affect the public health of their own children one day.
Man, it's been impactful, it's been transformative. What we've been doing and able to influence the young people by, you know, making these resources available to them, giving them a little direction, not bossing them around, but actually empowering the youth. So we kind of put them on the same playing field with us so they get ready for the real world.
Story Stitcher's message is one of hope.
My message to youth is that if you want to know a person, you need to hear their story. What they need to do is to put the gun down and then put the phone down too, because we seem to be distracted by the technology. And what I have found is that people need to put the laptops down and put children in their lap and tell them some stories.
At the end of the day, everyone wants to make it home to their families. So we're actually putting a human touch to everything through the vehicle of art.
So what's the message? Unload your gun and lock it because you love children. What is the message to children? If you see a gun, stop, get away, and tell somebody.
You need to know, you need to care, you need to act, can't take that back. Not another one, falling victim to the gun clout. Not another one, not another one, not another one, not another